Hello everyone, this is Charles BridgTec with another flashlight review, this time from Imalent. Now this here is their SR16. Now I was sent this by them directly. They wanted me to test and review. This light comes in this box. So let's wait no further. Let's open it up, see what's in. Always great to get these lights before everybody else, to be able to test them out and bring them to you, and it's always great to get these things. That's the thing, being a flashaholic. Let's get this open. Very nice, well packaged. Easily withstand most incidents there, and it makes for a great storage case as well. Now my sample here did not come with a user manual, so it's pretty typical. Sometimes they send out the first batch to us reviewers, so we don't get those, but I'm going to go ahead and post the specs there on screen for you now. And as you can see, this puts out 55,000 lumens on the highest output. That's an insane amount of lumens. So we're going to go ahead and continue on here. Now if you need more time to read those specs, of course, you can always pause the screen. You get one L Allen tool there, 2 O-rings, and 1 extra screw, and it looks like a screw and a washer. Pretty sure that's for the handle. You get 1 wall charger here, and this is a rapid charging system here. And that's all there is in here, so we're going to go ahead and take it out. Go ahead and take a look at the light. Wow. Large head on this. Insane amount of LEDs, of course. You can hold the light like this if you wish, but that's up to you. Here's the button here, so once you have it on, your desired output that you want it on starts getting warm, you can extend your carry without burning your hands or making it uncomfortable for you. But again, on these type of lights, I do carry them like this. Also adds a little bit more secure when handling them. There it is there. Now this here is also the charging port, which is pretty common on all their lights. That's where you'll plug it in. Now the nice thing about it is you can still manually lock this light out and still be able to charge the battery. So it's not that type of system where it has to be connected to the head of the light in order to charge the light. Side switch is pretty much flush. This is fan cooled, as you can see there. Sucks in air there and shoots it out through the sides there. Now the grooves here on the body are definitely helpful when gripping the light, especially if you're holding it like this. This is a large light, and it is a heavy light as well. Now the style and design on this is very nice, no issues there. you can table stand that if you need. No heat sinking here on the head, of course. It's all internal because of the fan, so there's no issues with cooling of the light. Do have a little bit here, but the main cooling fins are on that reflector area where the fan sucks in the cool air onto it. There's no grooves for your fingers here, so it's pretty much all one length. Been doing Imalent lights and reviews, that is, for quite some time. Now, I did have some computer issues. I lost one of my hard drives on my old laptop, so I had to send that hard drive into a recovery service, and they disassembled it. Were able to put the platter on another drive, I guess, and was able to get my flashlight files and videos that I'd had saved on it, thank goodness. But it was expensive. But now that I've got my files back, hopefully start getting these reviews out. And that's the thing with doing reviews. Sometimes on my weekends I'll do, 6 to 12 videos depending on the scope of the testing and the difficulty. But then there's other weekends, if I'm doing something, I'm not able to do something, then I still fall back and sometimes get 2 or 3 weeks ahead on producing the videos but not uploading, and losing that many files, man, it was a real headache. So I've also updated to SSD, so hopefully won't have any more of those type of issues. Alright, so now let's go ahead and peel this off before I show you the reflector area. As you can see there, a lot of LEDs in there, smooth reflectors. Now this here are the Cree XHP 50.3 LEDs, and as you can see there's no domes on them. Now there are 16 LEDs in there. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take the battery pack off here. There is a protection piece here. Now I do save these because I do use them on my other lights as well, because I store them quite a bit. Straight contact point there on the battery pack. Quite huge. And you got the contact plate there on the head. Alright, now let's go ahead and get this all back together. Well greased threads, and we've got the light back together. Now let's go through the UI. The UI is pretty straightforward, easy to turn on. Now the button, again, when you're holding it like this, if you want to change the light level, it can be done if you got large hands like me, or if you don't, you're gonna have to change it with the other hand or hold the light like this. See the beam there? It's gonna have a huge hot spot. Now further out you get, it's gonna lean more towards the flood, but the intensity is still gonna be there even in the distance. See there? This one here is surprising. There's not any kind of a halo effect here on the table, but we'll see how it does out there. Now when we want to go through the light outputs, you're going to press down and hold, and keep doing that. Now the fan has kicked on at this light level. Definitely feel it coming through these holes here. Yeah. Definitely a different design for this model. Nice. We're going to do it again. Go through those light outputs. And we're right back down. Now to get to the lowest light output, they actually hid that from the UI. So we're going to turn it off. 1, 2, 3. We'll get you the lowest light output. So that's nice. So everybody, you know, this is not moonlight, but it is for this light, especially for the light output it puts out. So you've got that option. Really nice to see that Imalent went with that. Unlike the previous models, they didn't give that option, but more and more of us reviewers were telling them, hey, you really need to have that ability, because the runtime on this lowest light output is phenomenal. I think it's up to 100 hours. So 100 hours, just insane. And this is a lot of light. It says 50 lumens, but I don't know. To me it might be a little brighter. I turn it off again, turn it back on. It does have the memory mode on that, so it will memorize the lowest light output. We're going to go through those light outputs now. And we'll put it here on this level, turn it off, turn it back on. Fan is automatic. You can turn on the fan when the light's not in use. I'll show you how to do that next. That's the highest output of the UI. Then of course double click will get you turbo. Oh my god, man, that's burning my hand from 2 feet away. That thing is, that was burning my hand from that far away out of a camera range, which is at least 2 feet. That was burning my hand. That's impressive. Whew. So now we're going to go ahead and double click again. Double click again will get you strobe. Of course, this is a constant rate on the flash, so it is very distracting. So we're going to click it one time, we'll turn it off. Now to turn on the fans, you're simply going to press down and hold. The fans will come on about 5 seconds later. So if you have the light on and it's real hot, you can simply run the fans to cool the light off until you use it again, or before you put it away. Best way to do it. Of course, you can click that one time to turn it on. Fans will shut off, or you can press again and hold until the fans shut off. So the battery level here is right here on the handle, so that will start to blink red when you're under 20%. And just remember that also you will not be able to run this light on the higher outputs when the light batteries are that critical. So just a heads up there. This thing is insane. This far away, my hand right here, it was burning my hand. So that is impressive. That's a lot of candela, super intense on that. These LEDs are the very first for me to review them in a light. So ruggedness definitely is that. Imalent lights do have very nice rugged construction, solid, well-built lights, no issues there. This here being fan cooled will extend your run times, but unfortunately on the highest outputs still not going to be adequate enough, so you're still going to get cycle down, which is great, because on most instances anything over 13,000 lumens, 10,000 lumens on anything out there in any kind of wilderness is just overkill. You'd be surprised how much you can light up with 10,000 lumens, maybe 15. That's insane. But this one being 55,000 lumens, incredible. Well, I'm excited. Hope you are too. So let's wait no further. Let's take this bad boy out, see how it does in the wilderness. We are out here in the darkness with the Imalent SR16. We'll get started on the lowest setting, triple click. That water spout is 38 feet from where I'm standing, making 65 feet there. There's the beam on the fence. Kind of give you an idea on how that looks. And it is faintly making that tree of life. Impressive. So now we're going to go with the regular UI. Accidentally turned it off there, sorry. "138 feet to that tree from where I'm standing. Impressive beam performance on this. Kind of played around with it a little earlier and had to change some camera settings. Now that tree behind this tree is 238 feet from where I'm standing. It's got some amazing performance on this. These LEDs are impressive. Easily making it across the park there, as you can see, to those playgrounds. We're going to go to the next level here, see how it does. A nice improvement there. Making the school, making those palm trees now. Impressive. Now the fans will start kicking on once you start getting the higher outputs, so you're not hearing them just yet. Very nice coverage, wide beam, spill area. We're going to go ahead and do the next level here, see how it does. A little jump. Now these are pretty well evened out on spacing, which is nice. Fan does kick in there, so it's not real loud. Some of the older Imalents, they were pretty loud. And then we're going to go ahead and go back over here. And about right here. Let's see how it does. That's crazy. Easily making those palm trees. Nice, large, centralized focused area. Not really a hot spot, but definitely is more focused in those areas, making it across the park. I'll zoom in over there so you can see. Just easily lighting that up. Oops. Try not to go too far. Want the quality to stay the same. So you can see there. Incredible. I'm going to put it back out here. Alright, go back over here to the next level, see how it goes. Wow. Zoom in a little bit here. Look at that. Now this is zoomed in so you guys can see. Just insane. So now, go back over here. Now we're going to go ahead and do turbo. It's nice and cool out tonight, so hopefully we'll be able to do well. Double click. Oh my God, look at that. Insane. Oh my God, that is insane. I was just looking at the battery level there, and we're still good. Now, if you have any doubts on my distances, I list the link down below all my videos. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those night shots. Amazing performance from this light. Sheer wall of light that this thing can do. Definitely does remind me of the MS-18, especially in the quality of the beam. Now the fan here is quieter. It was impressive. It did do pretty well with cooling this light. Now, of course, the higher outputs, especially the highest, it's going to cycle down fairly quickly. This here with a single fan does pretty good to me. I think it needs 2 fans, maybe 1 on each side, similar to the other models. But in any case, it does provide some assistance in keeping the light cooler. Now, Imalent has this where it will run a little bit hotter than normal because you're going to use the handle, of course, to stay away from the heat. When the fan is going, of course, that helps out to keep the light from getting too hot and causing damage. But this thing here, the beam has very nice range to it, especially for this type of setup. Now, it could be because of the LEDs. I'm not too sure. With the shallow reflectors, smooth really helps out with that beam performance to get it out there. But this one here, solid build quality, everything did very well in my testing out there, so I'm not seeing any issues, and I think this is a keeper for me as well. Now I want to thank Imalent for sending me this SR16 flashlight kit to review. Now if this is something you are interested in getting, remember it comes with everything you need to get started on your next adventure right out of this box. Of course, you can use it as a case to store it in. Kind of recommend you do if you don't mind standing it upright, maybe on a shelf. Also labeling this power charger for it. That's what I do because I have so many of them. Definitely don't want to lose that. But in any case, I will leave a link down in the description, plus my special discount code where you can get some savings on this light, just in case you're interested in getting it. Well, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thanks button, donate to my channel, or you can please share, like, and subscribe to this video. Also helps me out, so I can bring more lights from Imalent to you in the future. Thanks for watching. Take care.